26-2, take 6. Mark.
Here, done.
And action.
Welcome to the making of the Mighty Jungle!
Come and tell a story from the mighty jungle.
The Mighty Jungle!
The mighty jungle. Anything can happen in the mighty jungle when you say once upon a time. 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 There was a really silly day in the mighty jungle.
The Mighty Jungle is unlike any other show that I've worked on because the stories are kid-inspired, and what we mean by that is that we actually brought in a group of preschool kids from 3 to 6 years old, and we asked them to make up stories that might take place in the Mighty Jungle.
Because it's a silly place. It's a silly jungle.
We asked them to come up with their own ideas, and they gave us hours and hours of them, and from their ideas, we created this puppet show called The Mighty Jungle.
The kids came up with, in part, very interesting, creative, curious, hysterically funny concepts, but sophisticated, too, in their storytelling.
Once upon a time in the mighty jungle, Babu and Bruce opened this tropical juice stand.
Come to drink some juice!
And Rhonda came and she said, hey, can I have 1,100,000 tropical juices? I could drink 1,100,000 of those.
Wow! Rhonda sure likes our mighty juice.
Like it? I love it!
The challenge was, of course, how do you put that together in any way that makes sense from a narrative perspective? So the job of the writers was, in fact, way harder, driven by the kids, but the imagination brought to the show and the stories was broader than we could have brought ourselves. So the combination was fantastic.
There are all these things that the kids that we interviewed, the story elements that they bring to the show, we called KD items, kid-designed items. And the way we decided to design those things was as this flat, sort of two-dimensional element that looks like it's hand-painted and carved out or cut out by children. So we can bring anything in, anything that the kids came up with, we're bringing onto the set. And it's a wonderful thing that kids are going to see, little things that they could easily do at their desks at home, integrated into a television show.
There's this made-up animal I made up, and it's called a calapooit.
A cala-whatchamit?
What's a calapoola what she said?
It's all mixed up animals in the jungle, like cats and monkeys and cheetahs and rhinosaurus and rhinoceros and hippos.
What do you think it was?
Mighty juice!
Oh, what are we going to do now?
Oh, I don't know, maybe a little of this.
Good idea.
I think the thing that's going to make this show really special is that the kids are very much involved with the storytelling. It's their stories, and not only will kids appreciate seeing other kids telling the stories, I think they're going to want to tell stories too. Ideally, we're going to be getting kids saying, I want to make up a Mighty Jungle story. And if we're encouraging kids to tell funny, silly, wonderful stories, then I'm going to be a happy person.
The end. Just the end.